Alrighty, yo, what's going on? For your boy, Mr. DDG94, back with another reaction video. Today, we finna react to some of the biggest what ifs in hip hop history. Let's check this out.
What's good, y'all? Here's some of the biggest what ifs in hip hop history. Let's get into it. First, we got my man Stack Bundles. R.I.P. Riot in peace, my nigga Stack Bundles. Also known as the handsome hustler and the gorgeous gangster.
Hey,
but this man right here, he could have definitely been a fucking superstar. He was a star in the fucking making, bro. There was nobody that had the flow, the charisma, the attitude, like the smarts or whatever, like the believability from the street shit. Like nobody was on Stack Bundles' level, B. Nobody. Shit, even something as simple as a simple call, nigga. You know when you heard that, what up? Nigga, that shit went crazy. Like, you like, oh, nigga, this squad, nigga. Like, you be excited, bro, because this nigga Stack Bundles was about to say some crazy shit, bro. He was about to have a hell of a song, nigga. But sadly, Stack's life was cut short. He definitely was a star in the making. Next, we got Charles Hamilton. Now, Charles Hamilton definitely could have been one of them ones, too, but not on, like, a street guy level. He was more of a Kanye kind of style, you know what I mean? He had a great ear for music. He knew what he was talking about. He was a smart dude, you know what I mean? He thought outside the box. Like, he was a weird dresser sometimes, but that's the thing. Being weird sometimes is just stepping outside that comfort zone, you know what I mean? Trying new shit, you know what I mean? Trying to get the trends going. He was one of those guys that could have been a trendsetter today if he would have stayed prominent in the music game. But sadly, mental issues kind of contributed to his downfall as far as the music goes. But bro is definitely one of the ones. He's still a musical genius to me. I still listen to some of his mixtapes, you know what I mean? Because bro was really one of those guys. But he just didn't really have I guess like a fair shot, if you will, you know what I mean? Shit, you could even say he was in the wrong era. Who knows? Maybe in this era, he would have you know what I mean? He would have shot for the stars. But I definitely saw that he had some star potential. Now, next we got Ja Rule. Now, Ja Rule had a hell of a fucking run. This nigga had hits for days at one point, you know what I mean? Before 50 showed up. We already know what's up. But what I'm trying to say is Ja Rule could have been an even bigger star if this motherfucker did not entertain 50 Cent.
Exactly.
It's like y'all had the little street thing going on, and we knew you wasn't a street dude, Ja. Like, we know you're not built like that.
Exactly. Let the street shit be handled behind the scenes, bruh. The nigga got shot 9 times. Even though he survived that shit, the nigga got shot 9 times. What you worried about this nigga for? Just keep making hits, bruh. If Ja Rule just stayed making hits, bruh, he could have stayed relevant at least until I want to say about at least till like Drake showed up. Once Drake showed up, yeah, he would have got pushed to the side for Drake in a heartbeat. But he could have had a very long run with some bops, bro, if he had just stayed in his place, bro, for real. All Ja had to do was stay in his place, bro. Just keep making music, bro. You don't have to be the gangster guy. Not if he keep making hits. Hey, Marquise, not if he keep making hits. If Ja Rule kept making hits, bro, that shit wouldn't have mattered. Because they would have just looked at 50 Cent as a hater. It would have been like how the Drake fans treat the Kendrick beef. Like, he's still the greatest artist. He still got bigger hits. That's how they would have treated it. I wouldn't have been mad at it, because if Ja Rule was still dropping hits and didn't give a fuck, then shit. Everybody getting money.
But we didn't care because you had hits, nigga. You was making good music, bro. Nigga, that shit was heat. But you just had to go back and forth and try to do the gangster shit with 50 Cent, bro. You
gave him exactly what he wanted.
Songs, the hits. We didn't give a fuck about none of that gangster shit.
Exactly. Nobody cared about 50 Cent until you made us start caring about him. You fell for the fucking bait, bro. He literally baited you into what he wanted you to do. He was trying to get your attention for the longest. You kept ignoring it. You kept pushing it to the side. You kept making music. You kept touring. You kept doing your thing. The next thing you know, you entertained it. That's all 50 needed, and he took off from there. Neither one of them let it go. And I can't blame 50's side of it, because for one, the nigga got shot and stabbed. So I can't blame 50 for it. And hell no, I got shot and stabbed over the shit. It's fuck you for life. I understand it from that point, but from Ja point, man, I feel like you could just be like cool about it. Like it's in the past, whatever. I ain't gonna never be the nigga friend or nothing like that, but whatever. It's old. It's old news.
Man, like, you had hits. But unfortunately, going back and forth for 50 played, the mind games when it manipulated him, and then he ended up basically, getting his downfall, you know what I mean? And then Ja Rule was never really heard again after that, you know what I mean? But if he would have just stayed on his own path and did what he was going to do, he could have been a way bigger star than he is today. Next, we got Camouflage. Now, Camouflage had it all as far as, like, being a great rapper, you see what I'm saying? He really had a lot of fucking potential, B. And, like I said, he had a lot of believability in the streets. He was, like, a cool dude, you know what I mean? He get all the joints and all that, you see what I'm saying? Like, bro had charisma. He had what it took to be a great rapper, you know what I mean? The flow, the bars, like, all that, bro. Bro could fucking rap. To this day, I still play some of his motherfucking songs. But once again, sadly, his life was cut short, you know what I mean? That was real fucked up, you know what I'm saying? He ended up getting boomed outside the studio from what I heard. Like, shit was insane, B. But the positive of this, his daughter, Flau'jae Johnson, she is basically like, you know what I mean, kind of like living through him, because I don't know if she's gonna really pursue being a rapper full time or whatever, or she's gonna do basketball, but she could have both. She could do whatever the fuck she want.
For real, that's his sister, for real? That's great. His daughter, for real. That's what's up.
And I really feel like that's Camouflage living through Flau'jae, you see what I'm saying? Because his life was cut short. And she's really doing it, bro. She's nice at ball. She could fucking rap.
Go ball.
What was crazy, like, niggas.
Go play ball. Please go play ball.
Fuck with her for real, you know what I mean? I fuck with her. So on a positive note, it's good to see, you know what I mean, that she's doing the stuff that Camouflage would have wanted her to do, you know what I mean? She's gaining success, like how he wish he could have had, you feel me? R.I.P. Camouflage. Next, we got Max B. Now, if Max B could have stayed out of jail and stayed out of trouble, he'd have been fine, bro. Like, he'd have been one of them motherfucking ones. Niggas still talking about my son Max B. He been locked up for like 15 years. Niggas still talking about free to wave. Niggas still.
And now he out talking about putting Vaseline in a nigga butt. Fuck out of here.
You know what I mean? Jacking my son Max as far as his music shit go. Niggas took his style low-key, started doing the harmonizing and the singing, all of that. The Lil Durks, the Lil TJs, the Dej Loafs, A-Boogies, all them niggas got that shit from my nigga Max motherfucking B. Bigger Vel, nigga. I really wish he would have just stayed out of jail in trouble, B, because who knows what kind of star he would have been, my nigga. Like, he had the charisma, he had the flow, the singing thing. He didn't sing all that good, but he made you like it because the shit was catchy, you see what I'm saying? He could use a little auto-tune, whatever. He had so many different options to make fire music because he was already doing it. He had that in him, you know what I mean? Pause. He had that type of ability. And on top of that, he had a lot of street believability. Like, a lot of niggas could vouch for who he was in the street, too. So he had the street side, the little calm side. Like, he could have did whatever he wanted to do in the music industry. He could have sang, did some crazy gangster rap, whatever he wanted to do. He could have did it because he had that ability. Max B did have a decent mixtape run, I will say that. Like, he had the streets on fire at one point. But with that being said, free Max B. Next, we got MC Shan. Now, he's a little bit before my time, you see what I'm saying? He was like in the 80s or whatever. He had like the Juice Crew and all that in Queens. Bro was really one of them ones at that time. He could have been an even bigger star than he was, but it's like he kind of faded out because he ended up responding to KRS-One. You see what I'm saying? KRS-One made South Bronx or whatever. He did the South Bronx Kill That Noise and all that. Like, he didn't need to do that. And then KRS-One ended up kind of destroying bro in a battle, in a rap battle or whatever the fuck happened, right? It just goes to show you, you don't always need to respond to everything. Everything doesn't deserve a response from you, you know what I mean? And lastly, we got Chinks. Now, Chinks was definitely one of them ones, so he could have been better.
Yeah.
He was definitely the best out of Coke Boys, bar none. And
yeah, I agree. Chinks could have definitely been something, bro. Chinks could have definitely been something, bro.
He was definitely the second best out of the Riot Squad next to Stack Bundles. R.I.P. to both of them. But yeah, Chinks definitely showed us what he could have did. That album that he dropped, his first and pretty much only album, Welcome to JFK, was insane to me, bro. Like, I was fucking with that album heavy. I still listen to it to this day, B. The whole album was like a real full, well-rounded album to me. It was a good-ass album. He's showing you that he had what it took to be a star if he had the chance. But sadly, his life is cut short. I believe if he had a full chance, he would have definitely took advantage of that and made something happen, B, because Chinks was changing his name around, if you know, you know. He did mad different shit to kind of like make himself more marketable and all that. He had a lot of good songs, catchy songs, like shit for the real niggas, you know what I mean, the street shit, the bars. Like, he had all these different kinds of songs that would have worked out. And let's not forget about his mixtape series, the CR series, the C Riot joints, from 1 to 6. And 6 was like posthumous. That's how you know the shit was heat. Bro had bars. He had a lot of shit in the vault, man. This nigga could have definitely been a fucking star, man. He was a star in the making. He was one of them ones. RP my man Chinks. Oh yeah, if y'all fucking with this, let me know, because I could definitely do more of these hip-hop what ifs if y'all want. You see what I'm saying? I know it's predominantly New York rappers right now, but we'll get to other rappers if y'all want to see more of these type of videos.
And he absolutely did. I think he did. He did his part 2.
What's good, y'all? We back with more of the biggest what ifs in hip hop history. Let's get into it. Now, since he was highly requested in the last video, we're gonna start off with Big L. Now, Big L was definitely one of the motherfucking ones, B. He had the potential to be a major superstar in the rap game. It's just that his life was cut short. He's possibly one of the only rappers that has such a short repertoire of music. Like, he doesn't have a lot of fucking music all over the place like that. He got like the Bigger Picture thing or whatever the case, that came after he passed. And then he has Lifestyles of the Poor and Dangerous, which he actually dropped while he was alive. You see what I'm saying? But regardless of the shortage of music, it was all good. It's like the music that we heard from him was fucking heat. You know what I mean? Like, MVP is one of my favorite songs by Big L. And I really believe the nigga. He was really an MVP when it came out of his rap shit. So not only did he have like an impeccable flow with some crazy bars, the motherfucker was speaking on shit that you could believe that he did. You feel me? Like, bro was really grimy in the street. You know what I mean? If you know, you know. So it's like he had the believability. He had what it took to be a star. Next, we got Lil Snoop. Now, Lil Snoop ironically reminds me of Meek Mill, which is one of the guys that actually put him on, low-key, you know what I mean? Like, Meek Mill definitely got him around some other major names and shit like that. But he had that, I don't know, like that got it out the mud mentality, that gritty kind of thing going on. Like, he had a great vibe as far as storytelling and shit like that. He was believable, all that. Like, I fuck with Lil Snoop, you know what I mean? Like, he's another one that didn't have a lot of music out there.
I ain't gonna lie, bro. Lil Snoop was kind of like a mediocre version of Meek Mill, if we being honest. In my personal opinion. No offense to the brother, RIP to the brother, but he kind of like a mediocre version of Meek Mill, if that makes sense.
Like that, you know what I mean? But his music that we did here, we know we can hear that, you know what I mean? That shit was coming from the soul, you know what I mean? Like, this nigga was really like that. He could have been on a Meek Mill kind of level as far as like this rap shit for real, you know what I mean? But it's just sad that he got taken away so early, you know what I mean? But bro definitely could have been one of the ones in this fucking rap game. Next, we got the legendary Eazy-E. He is the godfather of gangsta rap for one reason and one reason only. He was the one that was going to talk the talk and walk the walk. You see what I'm saying? He was built like that. He was like that for real. Bro was out in the street tripping and all that. Like, he was not a fucking game. He was not to be fucking played with. You know what I mean? Buddy was only like 5'3", but he didn't give a fuck. In my opinion,
all I know is this. If Eazy was still alive, Pac would have never went to death row. That's all I'm gonna say. If Eazy was still alive, Pac would have probably never went to death row. Because rumor has it, Pac and Eazy-E was like super tight.
he put Compton on the map, you know what I mean? Like, he had the whole NWA shit going crazy. That was him, you know what I mean? His mental, his ideas. Now, not to shit on everybody else in the group, but he was the main one that was really living that life along with MC Ren, but Eazy-E was the charismatic one. Now, I will say, Eazy-E kind of met his peak as far as rap, you know what I mean? Because he wasn't like super lyrical or nothing like that. But he started and paved the way for reality rap. You know what I'm saying? Like, he was really living the shit that he was talking about. You see what I'm saying? Like, he started this shit. He had believability when it came down to this hardcore gangster shit. But as far as being like a mogul and shit, that's why I really put Eazy on this list, because it's like he's a big what if on that, because bro had the mind of a mastermind. Like, he really knew the business. He knew the game. He learned all of this shit. Like, he could have been bigger than Suge Knight, Diddy, Jay-Z, any of these moguls out there. I feel like Eazy-E would have like been way better than the motherfuckers. Like, he had the mind for like the music and the business and all that. Like, it's just a big what if. Like, what could have become out of that? Like, where would Bone Thugs be? You know what I mean? If Eazy-E was still alive. You gotta think about shit like that. You know what I mean? But either way, bro still a legend. Next, we got the DOC. Now, the DOC is honestly one of the most illest motherfucking ghostwriters out. This nigga wrote mad hits. You see what I'm saying? Like, he was
probably the biggest what if. The biggest what if. If he would have just let the doctors do what they needed to do, heal up, take his time, instead of trying to speed up the process, which ended up fucking up his vocal cords. If he would have just let the doctors do what they needed to do and just heal up on their time, he could have probably still had his vocal cords, bro.
was writing a lot of shit for Eazy-E too. Niggas be thinking that was just Easy. Nah, that was him. The DOC was one of them ones. Shit, he wrote his own music himself. He ain't need no motherfucking help. On top of that, right, the album that he dropped, I think it's No One Could Do It Better. I think that's what it's called. That shit go crazy, nigga. To this day, that shit still gets played in this ride. You know what I mean? I be driving that shit. High energy, full with the wisdom. Nigga, that shit go crazy, nigga. That the formula? Shit. But sadly, this nigga, the DOC, ended up getting in a car accident where he ended up fucking up his whole, like, you know, his voice box or whatever, you know, for lack of better words. So he ends up talking like this and shit like that. Like, he got like a fucked up voice now. So it's like, he can't really rap and have like the same cadence and like energy that he once did have. So he was kind of forced to do ghostwriting, which is fucked up because this man was super fucking talented when it came to this music shit, bro. Like, he putting motherfuckers on the map, you know what I mean? And he can adapt in any situation. That's another like low-key thing that niggas don't notice. This motherfucker's from the South. He had me thinking he was from Cali because he just adapted to their kind of style. Like, he had me thinking he was like, you know, one of the NWA niggas from Compton or some shit like that. Bro was definitely one of them ones, man. Like, if that never would have happened, the DOC would have definitely had a top 5 spot when it came down to the GOATs in certain regions. You understand what I'm saying? Next, we got Speaker Knockers. Now, Speaker Knockers tragically passed away mad early at like only 19 and shit like that. That's crazy. But at the age he was at, bro, I could see this motherfucker had such a bright career, bro. Like, the whole melodic kind of thing going on. Like, nigga, he had everybody doing that shit. Ha, 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 ha. You mad or not, nigga? Come on, bro. Like, you already know what's up. Like, if you was part of that era, when this nigga came out with this fucking music, you already know. Everybody had this shit. Everybody was playing the SoundCloud shit. Yo, Speaker Knockers was on everybody's motherfucking speaker. Like, I really believe if bro life wasn't cut short, I'm telling you, this motherfucker had super potential. Like, he could have been on a different kind of level. I believe, like, maybe like a Lil TJ or A Boogie or somebody, you know what I mean? Maybe even Lil Durk or whatever, on that kind of level when it came down to this melodic shit, because he was already doing it. It's real sad that this talented brother ended up getting taken away mad early and all that, you feel me? But he was super talented, off rip. Like, I don't care what nobody say. This motherfucker could have definitely been a star. Ain't nothing was stopping him, you know what I mean? Now, lastly, we got Pop Smoke. Now, Pop Smoke, this motherfucker definitely did what a lot of people always say in these raps and always try to talk in these little interviews what they gonna do. He brought New York back. It wasn't a different style, a different way, but he brought New York back. I don't give a fuck.
Brought y'all back to what? Brought y'all back to what? I mean, don't get me wrong. He had his run. He was definitely having his run at that time. And it's sad that he got took him before it started to really like take off. But I don't think that shit would have lasted as long. I think maybe if he adapts his style, a little bit, then I think he seemed like the type of person that would adapt his style. Like, switch it up a little bit. Like, he probably would have started off with the New York drill shit. Then once that shit started dying down, he would have switched it to something else, something that would have worked with him. And I'm pretty sure he would have adapted. I don't know how far it would have took him, but he definitely seemed like he could have had a moment in the sun, for sure. I don't know how long that moment would last, but I'm pretty sure. I guarantee you this: he's more than likely going on a generational run from like 2020 to like 2024 tops. He's going on a generational run.
What nobody say. I don't care about none of that bullshit niggas want to talk about. Give this man his fucking credit. Give this man his fucking respect. Pop Smoke brought New York back, specifically Brooklyn. You see what I'm saying? Because I'm not going to hold you. Before Pop Smoke came, a lot of motherfuckers was just holding on to New York rap, all that Biggie and all of that. Everybody was just holding on to them, you know what I mean? Because there was nothing else left. And niggas was just copying other like regions and other places and states and all that. Pop Smoke gave us our own identity back for a little while. You see what I'm saying? Like, yeah, we took the drill shit from Chicago and the UK or whatever, but Pop Smoke put his own twist to it and just blew up. He took that shit to a different fucking level, a different fucking stratosphere, B. I ain't gonna hold you. Bro's charisma was through the fucking roof. He had songs for women. He had songs for the streets. He had calm stories. Like, he could do whatever he wanted to do when it came down to his music shit. He could make catchy songs and all that. Like, baby, welcome to the party. Nigga, that shit went crazy, nigga. Come on, bro. And on top of that, pause, bro's voice was super unique, you know what I'm saying? It's a lot of motherfuckers, a lot of Pop Smoke clones out here trying to be like him, you know what I mean? Niggas out here sounding like fucking Pop Steam and shit. Niggas trying to be like him. But But it is what it is. That's how you know when you're doing something good, when somebody's trying to be like you or trying to follow a certain wave because they seen you get success from it. You know what I mean? So a lot of credit to Pop Smoke, man. He definitely brought Brooklyn back. He brought New York back. He did a lot of shit with this whole drill thing, man. But sadly, his life was taken away, he cut short. But I can safely say a lot of his music that he did drop was super good. You see what I'm saying? Even the posthumous music, that shit was still good too. You know what I mean? After he done already passed. But unfortunately, like I said, life got cut short. But I definitely seen the star power. He had that star power. He's definitely gonna be somebody major in the rap game. He gave me 50 Cent vibes a little bit, you know what I mean? But like, with a little bit more versatility. But I definitely could have seen Pop Smoke becoming somebody like fucking huge in the rap game, you know what I mean? But yeah, that's all I got for y'all today. I am cooking up a part 3 of this, so stay tuned.
And there hasn't been a part 3 yet, but we'll keep our eyes out for it. But anyway, so that's just gonna about do it for this one, most definitely. I think out all of these, Easy and DOC would probably be the biggest ones. Pop Smoke would definitely be in there, but like I said, I think his run would have probably went from 2020 to 2024 tops. Unless he adapts his style. Yeah, for sure. He definitely could have had him. He definitely would have went on a run. Between 2020 and 2024, I could see him definitely going on a run. Because that New York drill rap shit, that shit took over, bro. I want to say about like 2022, he would have been OD. 2023, it would have started to die down. By 2024, yeah, I don't think nobody would have been checking for that shit. I'm just saying, bro, you have to adapt at that point. Have to pivot, change your style up or something, because that shit coming to an end. But yeah, man, that's just gonna about do it for this one. I'll see you on the next video. Till then, deuces.